What's going on, guys? Dorko back again. I hope you are fantastic today. And I am with the wonderful Razbowski.
Hey everyone, Razbowski here, and today we're going to be talking about Nightmare and his significance within the story of Five Nights at Freddy's and Five Nights at Freddy's 4 in particular. We're going to be explaining how he fits into the whole storyline because he's a brand new character for the story. He's a bit of an enigma at this point.
Yeah, exactly. The game files were just released, folks, so we've got some more clearer images of this Nightmare character. And a lot of people on Reddit and me and Razbowski agree that something peculiar is inside the head of this crazy Nightmare.
Now, if you look at the image that is all going to be on your screen just now, you can already see that he is very see-through. He's almost colorless. He's a sort of grey-black sort of shade, and you can see his endoskeleton. But the most important thing is, if you go up just behind his eyes, you will actually see that there is what looks to be a brain. There is a brain inside of this animatronic. So, what does this mean for the storyline? Is he like Springtrap? Is somebody inside this guy, or what? Myself and Doc will have some interesting theories on what this could be.
Yeah, like Raz said, you never know. It could be someone who died in the spring suit of Fredbear. But the most one I've noticed on Reddit is that because Fredbear bit the child's head, people are saying that it's the brain, part of the brain of the child.
It does. It looks, obviously you can't tell how big this guy is because he is a figment of a child's imagination. He is imagined this Nightmare character to look like this, but it's really interesting. It's interesting because if you have a look at the brain up close as well, it actually does have the kind of texture that a brain would if you've ever seen an image of a brain in a TV documentary film, etc., etc. So it's having the kid's frontal lobe inside the animatronic could make sense because it has been bitten and in a fantasy sort of sense. Obviously, remember, this is all fantasy. We're not saying that if something bites it off, it's going to just remain inside there. Obviously, all that stuff would be cleaned up. But in a fantasy sense, like with the rest of the animatronics, they've been brought to life. So maybe this child is inside of Fredbear or Golden Freddy.
Yeah, as well, we've in the past games of endoskeletons, they don't look like that.
No.
You know, the endoskeletons in the games are rectangular. This one is circular, and it's not connected to anything apart from the eyes. Like, you know, it just looks like a brain to us completely. And I can see why people on Reddit as well are agreeing with it. It's just really interesting, but. Apart from that, folks, like Raz mentioned, the invisibility, the shadow effect of this really terrifying character, me and Raz have just thought that this could be the origins of Shadow Freddy, because I know I keep going back to the game files, but it just shows that there's proof. In the game files, there's a game file what says Shadow Freddy. When you click on it, it shows the text Nightmare, which is the name of this animatronic.
Yep, you go to Shadow Freddy, you go into Extras, you go into Zero, and you will get a Nightmare, which appears as the game file. So it shows that Shadow Freddy is definitely tied to this Nightmare animatronic. Now, correct me if I'm wrong here, but Nightmare doesn't appear until you actually go into Nightmare mode. Is that right?
Yeah, that's completely right.
So it is Fredbear that's in Night 6 still. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. So if that is right, then Nightmare only appears after the kid has died. So once this kid's spirit or soul disappears from his own body, from his own life, is that when Shadow Freddy is born, or Nightmare, as we are going to be? Well, he's been named Nightmare now. So is this Nightmare character only come about and appear after the kid has actually popped his clogs, as they say?
Yeah, the reason why we think it's the origins of Shadow Freddy, folks, is because you remember in Fnaf 2, you saw Shadow Freddy in the back room, and he was completely identical to Golden Freddy, but just reversed, you know, inverted colours. But I know that some parts of this guy aren't inverted, but the hat is.
Yep.
Fredbear has a purple hat. This guy has a golden hat, which is the opposite again, purple and golden. It's always been originated in Five Nights at Freddy's, but as well, like Raz said earlier, it is black, which isn't inverted to gold. It should be purple. But it's very shadowy and dark, and people are going to say, well, it should be purple. Well, you never know, folks, because Shadow Bonnie in FNAF 2 was completely black.
Yep. But then again, in Five Nights at Freddy's 3...
It was, I know,
purple.
I know.
But this is the clearest distinction we've seen, the clearest tie in between two characters, which is Nightmare Fredbear and Nightmare, which I think a lot of people are now suggesting that this character is the Shadow Freddy that we have seen before. And remember, this is the child's imagination as well. He is just designed in the same fashion as the kid has imagined. So he could possibly look different in the older games, so Scott might get around it a different way. But again, these are all just theories and speculation. I'm sure you guys have your own that you can pop down in the comment section below, because we love reading them all. But yeah, it's really interesting that there's a brain inside this guy. Scott wanted us to see this. He really wanted us to see this, and he does look more shadowy, doesn't he? He's not like a solid color. He's more ghostly, more spectral, just because we can see all the way through him. So, is this the first hint that the souls of the deceased are going into the animatronics? It's I don't know. It's something to ponder on. Definitely, it definitely is. But explaining a little bit more about Nightmare's origins here, and they're definitely this guy is tied to the kid's death, I think. Definitely tied.
Just another point with the similarities as well, Raz. The gameplay styles of both of them are exactly the same as well. So when Fredbear's on the bed, Nightmare's exactly the same. The closet, they're exactly the same. Corridors as well, they are in exact same positions. So it just shows, again, that they are definitely connected and really identical.
Yep, definitely. Oh, I love it. I love all the lore, man. Now we've completed the game and done everything we can in there. It's nice to go through the story and explain some of the hidden parts of it, and hopefully you guys have enjoyed today's video. If you have, then please hit that like button. It really is appreciated. Thank you very much for watching. If you were on my channel, make sure you go over and check out the beautiful Darko's channel, because not only does he do a lot of videos with me, but we do lots of other videos together as well, which we're doing Don't Starve. We've got some Left 4 Dead coming up. We've got some more Gmod on the way as well, and it's all very exciting. So make sure you go and check them out.
If you're from my channel, folks, as well, Raz's link will be in the description below. He's an awesome guy, he does lots of theories, really awesome theories, and he does lots of Let's Plays as well. And again, I'm going to say it again, he is to me the king of Five Nights at Freddy's 4, because he was the one who I knew who beat it first for me. He went insane when he beat it. He's really passionate about Five Nights at Freddy's, so...
I love to win. I love to win. And I'm like, first and foremost, I'm a gamer. So when we get games like this that are challenging, it just gives me a sense of pride to go through and complete it. And then the lore of it is just like a sexy little bonus. But either way, guys, we're going to get out of here. Hopefully you have a fantastic day.
Take care, folks.
Bye.